him and a select group of people that I'm not going to speak about actually came to ask for weed, speed, and D-bol. The tea has been spilled. I'm not having people lying. Who is natural and who is a lying piece of shit in the fitness industry 2019? I've been following fitness now since I was 16 years old. I'm now 22. I've competed in 5 shows and I, myself, am personally not a natural athlete. I do not understand in today's age why people feel the need to lie to their audience about whether they are natural or whether they are not. I just personally don't see the point anymore because if anything, you're going to gain respect from being honest. And it's not a bad thing to admit to taking performance enhancing drugs if you're not doing it for an egotistical reason, because if you're taking steroids to just be the biggest guy in the room, you're probably a dickhead anyway. I don't really see the problem with it. I mean, I can't say I do have a problem with it because I do it myself and I'm not a hypocrite. So in today's video, we're going to be going through a list of people that was recommended to me to review on Instagram, people that I know very little about. Some people I know a little bit about, some people I know personally. Some people, it's the first time I've heard their name and I'm just going to go on their Instagram and literally just give my opinion on whether I think they are natural or whether they are not. Now, this video is going to be by no means me micro-analyzing the crevices in someone's shoulder striations to determine whether their delts are too capped for a natural person. I'm not going to be trying to figure out people's BMI or all those pointless details that realistically you can type in someone's details on a calculator online and it's going to tell you, oh my god, there's no way they're natural because they have too much muscle. Because realistically, you, along with me, it's just your opinion. You actually do not know shit unless you know the person. Unless you have seen someone stick a needle in their body, inject anabolics, you literally don't know shit. So this video is merely my opinion. The first person on the list today of the Natty or Not is going to be Chris Bumstead. Chris Bumstead, 25 years old. He's 6'1" and he is Canadian. A lot of you may have heard of Chris Bumstead. He is a Olympia competitor. He's placed second in the Olympia. Over the past 2 years, I use his physique as inspiration. And obviously, I do not think the dude is natural. He's an IFBB pro. He competes in the Olympia. Anyone that is an IFBB pro, 95% of these people are not going to be natural because you are competing against the best in the world. I think people that do claim natural and that clearly aren't are just like shit people because you are literally degrading and making people think that their genetics are unsuperior to yours. I mean, I understand that genetic capacity is a massive thing, but at the same time, there is only so much genetics can carry you. So obviously, I do not think Chris Bumstead is natural, and if you do think Chris Bumstead is natural, you should probably go see a doctor. Next on the list, we have Christian Guzman, 26, 6 foot and from the USA. I think that the guy is natural. I mean, you have to really put his past into perspective. The fact that the guy has literally gained about 10 pounds of muscle over the past 5 or 6 years of doing competitions. When the guy was competing at like 18, 19, he's now like 26. He has managed to gain 10 pound of muscle in that huge duration of time. Bearing in mind, he's bulked, he's cut every single year, and obviously when you rebound, when you optimize the rebound, you do gain a good amount of muscle tissue, especially if you're not natural. And typically, I would think if Christian was to take stuff, it would be when he had competed, because all year round, he looks like a pretty normal guy. Like, he has a good physique, he has a good amount of muscle, but if you saw him in the street, you wouldn't be like, oh my god, that guy is a bodybuilder. But then looking at his physique, when he is shredded, he looks insane. He definitely looks like he could be on stuff. Do not let the illusion of condition fool you into thinking that someone is humongous when that is not the case. When people are competition shredded, if you were to see these people in person, they are tiny, like really, really small. And being 6% body fat can make someone look so much bigger than they are on camera, because if you were to see these people in street, they were wearing a baggy hoodie, they'd probably look like they were withering away. But then on camera, they look humongous because of sick lighting, a good pump, vascularity. There is a lot of things to think about when analyzing someone's pictures on Instagram and someone's videos on YouTube. If you're just one of these haters online and you're just bashing someone for lying about being natural or not when you realistically know nothing about them, can you please shut the fuck? Do I think Christian is natural? Yes, I do. Next on the list, we have Tristan Lee. He's 17 years old, 5'3", so he's a short guy. He's from the USA. Now, Tristan Lee, he is a bodybuilder and a footballer. When I was looking at Tristan's pictures, because I don't follow him very closely, he, in his pictures when he stood alone, looks very, very impressive. His muscle on his frame looks very impressive. He's very lean, but that could have something to do with his age, because I remember when I was 17, I had the best metabolism in the world. One thing I realized is when he stands or when he's in pictures with other like bodybuilders that definitely do take stuff, he looks like a small boy. Like, he has like a really small frame. In the grand scheme of things, he doesn't have a lot of muscle. It just looks like a lot of muscle on his small frame. So personally, I think he's completely natural, and he wants to be a pro athlete as well. And I know that going into football, like, you are going to be drug tested more than my nan is tested for Alzheimer's. So yeah, I think he's natural. Next on the list, we have Jeff Said. Jeff Said, 25 years old, 5'9.5". He claims online that he's 6 foot when he's actually 5'9.5". That's just an insecurity thing. And he is from the USA. Jeff Said, I've been following this guy. I've known about this guy ever since I was 16 years old. The fact that he claims natural, honestly, makes me question his sanity and the kind of person he is. I am not going to even go into this guy because I used to work in a gym where him and a select group of people that I'm not going to speak about actually came to the gym to ask for weed, speed, and D-bol. I will not say anymore. The tea has been spilled. I'm not having people lying. You mad, bro? Yeah. Things are changing. Another guy very similar to Jeff Said on the list, we have Carlton Loth. I didn't even know who this guy was. I had to go on YouTube and watch a couple of this guy's videos. I had to go on his Instagram, look at his pictures. I actually watched a video that Philly on Fit made on him as well, and I couldn't have any more of the same opinion on this guy than Philly on Fit. Puss boy. And the fact that he thinks that he can lie to his audience and look dick, skin, shredded the majority of the year just blows my mind.
What the fuck am I looking at here?
The guy literally has all the attributes of a fake natty. He is super dry. He has fucking diet face all the time. And some may say that's because of his insane metabolism. But personally, I think it's bullshit. Carlton Sloth, you are a fake natty. Next on the list, we have Rob Lipsett, age 27, 5'9", from Ireland. Now, personally, I know for a fact that Rob is completely natural. He said this on camera, he said this off camera. I'm pretty sure he spoke about it on his YouTube channel before. He's very open to the idea of, you know, trialing an anabolic cycle, because I believe, as I know he believes, that, you know, we only have a short amount of time on this earth, and why not experience all the fruits that it has to offer. I'm not saying that you have to do literally every drug under the sun just because you only have one life and you should just do it all to experience it once. I'm not saying that, but the things that you are interested in knowing about and the feelings that you wonder what it's like to experience, I think that you should at least try it once. Rob has a very well-developed physique. It's definitely not an unachievable physique. I know he likes to drink. I know he likes to party. I know dieting and training 24/7 isn't his main priority. I know it's very important to the guy. So personally, I do think that Rob Lipsett is natural. Next, we have David Lade. He is 21, 6'2", and from the USA. I have quite a mixed opinion on David Lade. I've never met the guy before. I think he seems like a really down-to-earth, nice guy. Like, I'm a fan of his content. I'm a fan of his videos, and I think he has a great physique. But if you've been following David Lade very closely over the past couple of years, you will realize that last year, I don't know if it's because he just started to diet down and obviously his muscles just became more visible because his body fat was lower, but there was a point last year, like, he started to PR literally all the time. There was a picture taken with him and Ryan Terry in the gym changing rooms, and David Lade, at this point that I'm referencing, literally makes Ryan Terry look like a bitch. He's making Ryan Terry look like half a man, and David Lade just stood there. And like I said, at the same time, he started getting really, really strong. He started to get really, really freaky. His shoulders started to cap a lot more. There was a lot more striations in his chest and his delts. And these proportions online could all be just down to someone dieting, because obviously when you diet, your waistline becomes slimmer. Obviously the rest of your body parts start to look a little bit more freaky. So it could be down to that, but I know for a fact that a lot of his friends have also come out about the use of Psalms before, and they're all like in this little circle together. So there is no reason why I don't think he wouldn't have tried it. Like, I definitely think it would be in his interest to have tried at least Psalms. I don't want to say too much, or I don't want to, like, you know, throw any companies like under the bus, but Gymshark, they have a very tight policy when it comes to, like, you know, everyone being completely natural. And back in the day, it was so very like blonde hair, blue eye, you have to be a perfect citizen, you can never talk about drugs online, otherwise we're going to drop you. I know for a fact that they dropped a good friend of mine, Mo Samuels, because of the videos that he was creating. They were very honest, they were a little bit vulgar, they included the odd conversation about recreational drugs and all that kind of thing, and they dropped him because he wasn't the perfect Gymshark athlete. It's all these people that are sponsored by Gymshark. You need to keep in mind that it's probably under their contract to not talk about steroids. So being sponsored by Gymshark, or having any sponsor for that matter that does not allow their athletes to speak about the use of steroids, you may as well just stop commenting on their videos and stop asking, because they ain't going to tell you shit. Overall opinion on David Lade, I think he could be natural, but I also think that he may have taken Psalms like maybe once or twice, but he could be natural. Next person on the list is Max Tuning. Now, I mean, obviously you gotta look at Max's physique. You need to closely analyze the quad to knee to calf ratio. Like, obviously this guy is on so much gear. Like, he has ran, cycle. I wouldn't put it past the guy. I don't think the guy's ever been off trend. I think he's been running trend for the past like 10 years. Like, you have to look in his eyes. You have to look at this guy's non-innocent face. Obviously this guy is not natural. Max Tuning, the biggest fake natural of 2019. Next on the list is Steve Cook. I thought I heard something about him coming out about the use of steroids when he was in college. Like, I think he trialed some sort of psalm or some sort of like oral when he was in college football, because him and his mates, they all thought it was a great idea to do this. I might have the story wrong. He is the OGs of OGs. He's been involved with sporting activity for the entirety of his life. So I think this physique he's built is definitely achievable naturally, but I also think, one, he's a gym track athlete. Two, he is one of the OGs where back in the day, talking about steroids was extremely frowned upon. If he's been lying about it for the first 10 years of his career, why would he come out about it now? Because he's going to lose the respect of all his past supporters. If you've been lying about it your whole life, why come out about it now, like when everyone else is coming out about it? Because now it's becoming more mainstream. People are realizing that when you come out, you don't receive the hate that you thought you would, because people are just scared that they're going to lose all their following, when actually, if you come out about it and you're honest, you're only going to gain respect. You also need to think about the fact that this guy has done numerous competitions, and most of the time when people diet down for competitions, they do use some sort of anabolics to aid them, because they are going to be against people that are also using stuff. So why not just give yourself the same advantage that everyone else is having? It's like running a race where 9 people are using racing spikes and you just decided, you know what, I'm just going to wear Yeezys and just, you know, see what happens. No, it doesn't fucking work like that. Obviously everyone's going to do shit, so there's that to think about as well. I have been a fan of Steve Cook for a while now, or ever since I was 16 years old, really, ever since I started, you know, following YouTube fitness. The guy standing on a beach, there is no way that every fucking female is not going to be staring at his dick, because they're just going to be, because he looks great. Next on the list we have Simeon Panda. Very controversial. So Simeon Panda, this opinion may piss you off, but I actually think Simeon Panda's natural. I think I remember seeing his dad and his brother at an expo when I was like 18 years old. This was 4 years ago. They are fucking massive. Bearing in mind, Simeon's whole career is based on fitness. He's in the gym every single day. His brother, I know he lifts, but he doesn't, like, it's not his main priority, and he literally has 20 fucking inch arms. Simeon Panda has like 21 inch arms, and what did he just spend the past 20 years of his life building 1 inch on his arms that his brother just genetically has? You need to think about genetic capacity. And as well, I am not racist at all, but the guy, he's black. He has superior genetics to the 70-year-old white kid judging him down the gym, trying to convince his friends that, oh, there's no way Simeon can be natural. There is no way the Simeon Panda guy can achieve this insane physique in 20 years when I can't seem to add 0.2 inches to my biceps. And going off the whole black genetic thing, it is a real thing as much as you don't want to believe it. Have you ever seen a white guy with abs like Ulysses? No, you have. Why do you think that is? I'll let you think about that for just a second, but yeah, personally, I think Simeon Panda is natural. One thing as well, when you're analyzing these people on Instagram, whether you think they're natural or not, these pictures could very well be fucking edited. What are you doing? Do not lose sleep. Do not feel bad about yourself because you don't look like someone's Instagram picture, because it's the best lighting, the best pump, and potentially face tuned to fuck. If you're claiming natural, you better fucking be natural, because if you lie about it, you're a piece of shit. If you just don't speak about it, it doesn't matter. Like, it's all in the air. Like, you're not a liar, and you're also not honest. You're just neutral, which is also completely okay if you just like don't want to speak about that kind of thing. With that being said, guys, that is it for my natural or not video. Obviously, like I said, this is not me analyzing the fucking fibers in someone's biceps. If you did enjoy this video, please smash the like button. Let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree with any of the opinions given in this video. Please enlighten me with any information you think I should know about the people that I've spoken about. Maybe I've been misinformed. Maybe I don't know as much as I thought I did, because obviously I know everything there is to know about everyone. So obviously my opinion is basically factual evidence. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.